Let's look at how to enter time in the timesheet. So if we press the Add a Line button, this will allow us to add an entry into the timesheet. So I'm just going to put an entry in here. I'm a selected employee from the dropdown. This is going to display the supervisor using a lookup. If I select regular from select the billing type, I get prompted to press the T button on the right to enter the time. This is the T button right here. Now you notice this T button appeared when I selected regular. If I selected another option in here, the T button goes away. Let me show you how I set that up. If I select the T button, you can see here in the visible property, I have it set up to look at the bill to drop down, and if the value is regular, it's going to display the T button. And if it's any other choice, it will hide a T button. Because on regular hours, I want the employee to enter their time. They're not going to enter their time if they choose sick leave, vacation, leave without pay, or holiday. Those will be manually entered into the boxes. So let's go to regular. I'm going to press T. Now, once I press T, an entry will appear in the SharePoint list. So when I put in the hours, let's say I put in hours, oh, and I press this insert button, what it's going to do, it's going to take the hours, which are 9.5 in this scenario, and place it for Sunday. You see 9.5. Go back to our SharePoint list. I hit refresh. You see 9.5. Now, when I press, I'm going to show you what's behind the close button. When I press close, it's going to update that record in the SharePoint list. So it shows the total hours. So right now, it shows 0 for total hours. So once I press close, it's going to display 9.5. So I'm going to press close. Go back to SharePoint list, and now I have 9.5 hours. So the regular hours are already saved. So I can add, if I add another billing type for the same employee, let's say I do sick leave, let's say 8 hours of sick leave. Notice here it says I'm getting it, this cell in red because this person doesn't have sick leave. And I set that up by you look at the fill property and the days of the week. It looks at to see if the bill to drop down is either sick leave or vacation, and it compares the hours that are in sick leave and vacation in the days of the week boxes to the number of hours that are in the sick leave and vacation in the SharePoint list. So that SharePoint list is right here. So let's go to Robin Atkins. That'll make more sense. Um, let's try Alyssa Bell. I saw her in the list. Alyssa Bell. All right. If we press leave, it shows Alyssa Bell has 97 hours of sick hours, 81 hours of vacation hours. Again, that's coming from the SharePoint list right here. 97 and 81. And I set that up by doing a filter on the SharePoint list, looking at the employee that's selected in the timesheet and matching it up to the employee in the employee column of that same SharePoint list. So if this employee's name is the same as the employee in this column here, it's going to pull up the sick hours and vacation hours of that corresponding employee. So the way this works is she can't go over 97 hours in a given week. It accumulates. We got 28. Let's say 20, 50. As soon as we get to 98 or 97, we go over 97, we're going to get this in red because we have 98 total here. So if we were to save this information, we can just press save. Let's go back to time card. So it saved that second record. Remember, we already had the first record saved. That was for regular hours. So if we look behind the scenes of that saved icon, you'll see that there's a for all on the timesheet gallery. Looking at the bill to drop down to see if it's sick leave, vacation, leave without pay, or holiday. So it's excluding the regular hours because that was already saved, remember? So it's going to save anything else that's not regular hours into that SharePoint list. I'll show you again. This is how I have it saved.